Most parents think the problem is the morning, but it's not. The real problem is what your child's nervous system experiences in the first 10 minutes after waking up, and almost no one talks about this. You wake your child up, the clock is already ticking, your mind is racing, and without realizing it, you hand that urgency straight to your child's brain. From that moment, the morning isn't about brushing teeth or putting on shoes anymore. It becomes about survival. A child who looks difficult in the morning is almost never being defiant. Their brain is simply overloaded before the day has even started, and once that happens, tears are not a behavior problem. They are a nervous system response. Parents often tell themselves, "We don't have time for this," but here's the hard truth most parenting advice avoids. Rushing does not save time in the morning. It steals it. Every raised voice, every repeated command, every threat adds invisible minutes to your morning because it pushes your child further into emotional resistance. The more pressure you apply, the slower everything becomes. And the child doesn't learn efficiency, they learn stress. That stress then shows up as crying, freezing, arguing, or total shutdown. The no tears method isn't about being soft. It's about being neurologically smart. What makes mornings so explosive is that a child's emotional brain wakes up before their thinking brain does. Adults wake up with access to logic, planning, and time awareness. Children don't. When you say we're late, it means nothing to a child's brain. When you say hurry up, their brain hears danger, not motivation. This is why the same child who can follow instructions calmly in the afternoon suddenly melts down over socks in the morning. It's not attitude, it's biology. The biggest mistake parents make is starting the morning with words. Too many words, too many instructions, too many corrections. The child's brain is still booting up, and you're sending it paragraphs. That alone can trigger tears. The no tears method begins with one simple rule that feels almost too easy to matter, but it changes everything. Regulation before instruction. Before you ask your child to do anything, their body has to feel safe and settled. If you skip this step, nothing else works, no matter how logical your parenting is. This doesn't mean cuddling for 20 minutes or letting the morning fall apart. It means intentionally slowing the first interaction by just a few seconds. The tone you use when you first wake your child is more important than anything you say after. A calm, predictable voice tells the brain, "You're safe." A rushed or sharp tone tells the brain, "You're under threat." Once the brain chooses threat, tears are already on the way. Parents often think consistency means repeating the same command louder. Real consistency is emotional predictability. When mornings always start with the same calm rhythm, the child's brain learns what to expect, and anxiety drops. This is why the no tears method works even for children who cry every single morning. You're not fixing behavior, you're rewiring expectations. Another hidden trigger of morning chaos is choice overload. Parents think giving choices helps independence, but in the morning, it often backfires. A tired brain cannot handle open-ended decisions. What do you want to wear? Sounds kind, but to a sleepy child, it's overwhelming. Overwhelm leads to freeze, and freeze often looks like refusal or tears. The no tears approach limits choices without removing autonomy. 2 options, same structure, every day. Predictability lowers emotional friction. Transitions are another silent troublemaker. Adults move from bed to bathroom to kitchen automatically. Children don't. Every transition feels like a loss of safety. When you rush transitions, you force emotional separation faster than their brain can handle. That's when clinging, crying, or collapsing happens. The solution isn't more pushing. It's clearer signaling. When children know what's coming next, their brain relaxes. When they don't, it panics. Parents often say, "But if I slow down, we'll be late." Here's the paradox. When children feel rushed, they move slower. When they feel guided, they move faster. Calm is not the opposite of efficiency. It's the foundation of it. The no tears method works because it removes emotional resistance instead of trying to overpower it. Another reason mornings spiral is because parents unknowingly carry yesterday's stress into today. Kids are incredibly sensitive to emotional residue. If you're already tense, your child's body feels it before you say a word. This is why self-regulation matters more in the morning than at any other time of day. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be aware. Even one deep breath before engaging your child can shift the entire tone of the morning. One of the most powerful parts of the no-tears method is replacing commands with cues. Commands trigger resistance. Cues trigger cooperation. Instead of "brush your teeth now," a cue sounds like the environment itself is guiding them. Simple routines, visual signals, or consistent phrases reduce power struggles because they remove the feeling of being controlled. Children cooperate more when they don't feel managed. Parents also underestimate how much physical connection regulates emotions. A gentle hand on the shoulder, sitting beside your child while they put on shoes, or simply being present without talking can do more than 10 instructions. Touch communicates safety faster than words. When safety is present, tears fade. It's also important to understand that some children cry in the morning not because of what's happening now, but because of what's coming later. School anxiety, separation anxiety, or fear of performance often leaks out as morning resistance. The mistake parents make is addressing the surface behavior instead of the underlying emotion. The no-tears method doesn't ignore responsibility, but it acknowledges emotion first. When a child feels understood, cooperation follows naturally. Many parents worry that being gentle in the morning will create dependency. The opposite is true. When children feel emotionally supported during stressful moments, they become more resilient over time. Independence grows from safety, not pressure. A calm morning builds confidence, not weakness. There will still be hard mornings. The no-tears method is not about eliminating emotion. It's about preventing escalation. Tears might still happen occasionally, but they won't control the entire household anymore. You'll notice that mornings become quieter, transitions smoother, and your child more willing to engage. Not because you force compliance, but because you removed the emotional barriers that were blocking it. The real shift happens when parents stop asking, "How do I make my child stop crying?" and start asking, "What is their nervous system reacting to?" That single mindset change transforms parenting. It turns mornings from battlefields into guided routines. Over time, your child's brain learns that mornings are safe, that safety rewires stress responses, and one day, you'll notice something small but powerful. Your child will wake up, get ready, and move through the morning without tears, not because they were trained to behave, but because their body learned there was no reason to panic anymore. And here's the part most people never tell you. The no-tears method doesn't just help your child, it changes you. You stop starting your day in survival mode. You stop feeling like you've already failed before breakfast. You begin your mornings with connection instead of conflict. That emotional shift carries into the rest of the day for both of you. Parenting was never meant to feel like a daily emergency. Morning chaos is not a sign that you're doing something wrong. It's a sign that your child's brain needs guidance, not pressure. When you slow down just enough to lead instead of push, everything changes. Less crying, less yelling, more cooperation, more peace. And one morning, when you're standing by the door, shoes on, bags packed, and your child looks up at you calm instead of overwhelmed, you'll realize something important. The goal was never to stop tears. The goal was to teach your child that even on the most rushed mornings, they are safe, understood, and supported. That lesson lasts far longer than any school bell ever will.